just kind of fine tunes it before you record.
Well, no, it actually is recording to the iPad now.
Okay.
So instead of recording to the device, I'm recording straight to this. That way I can, sometimes if I want to edit it here, I can, but what I'll do is send this to my, send it over the cloud and then edit it downstairs. But right now, see, that's me. Beep, beep. And you can change the way it does.
Blip, blip, blip. Oh, wait.
I can't remember how to do it.
I'm not in there.
Is it this thing? Oh, yeah. So you can do like that.
Gosh, man, they can drink.
See, look at that. This is me. Wait, hello, this is me over here. Oh, I guess it's picking up both of this because it's mono. But anyway, you can change like how it does the meters. Mm-hmm. I just leave it on that because it's there.
So is this better than, I think it's like Microsoft one? Does
Microsoft make one? Or do you mean the recorder?
It's a freebie, but if you record something and then if you want to get rid of like, car noise or something like that, it just compresses that. So
I can do all that, yeah. I do all that anyway in post. So if we were in a car or somewhere noisy, I mean, this is a little noisy because of the dogs, but it's not too bad. But if it was like outside or a big crowd or something, this actually has a setting to do that automatically, but I don't always trust that setting. I haven't used it, to be honest, so I don't know if it's any good. But I like what was I going to say? I like the stuff I have downstairs, so I'll take it down there and just tweak it with my software. I have
because
a ton of
audio
stuff.
is just as important.
Oh, it's maybe more.
More.
Yeah, right now we're just doing audio. I don't even care about video right now for this. So what you don't know, Matt, is you're on my diary podcast right now. Diarrhea podcast. It's all about diarrhea.
Wait, diarrhea?
When's the last time you had diarrhea? This morning? An hour? Did you ever, I always forget you used to do the boo-da-da-da-da.
Boo-da-da-da. Oh, that feels so good.
Yeah, so for those listening, Matt, when he was young, he would say, for a fart sound, which he also called bongu, he would say boo-da-da-da-da. For the sound, for a fart sound. Why is that? What was that about?
Sounds good.
It sounds good.
It just comes out.
Oh no, I know how it works. I've been there.
Swash.
No, it's not about diarrhea. It's about just talking about stuff. And I told people that if I could get Matt on here, I would. And that we would just have a quick conversation about, life. So Matt's still he's petting a dog right now. You're hearing his keys.
I'm hungry for dog.
Well, actually, this is a good question. So Matt's from an orphanage in Korea when he was young. And back when you were in Korea as a child, it was not unusual to have dog on the regular. That was a normal thing, right?
Actually, back then it was very, very normal thing. Because you have to remember, I guess in Korea, when was it, like 1945 or something?
Yeah.
There was a war there. No.
You talking about Korean War? Like MASH?
No, yeah, something like that.
Okay, so that's the 50s.
50s, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like 53 or something.
But I mean, there's a long storied history of like Japan invading Korea and China invading Korea. Like Korea's always been this spanker boy of history, where it's always like one of the bigger countries like, oh, let's go invade Korea and get their sweet, whatever it is they got there. What do they come for? The kimchi? What did they come there for?
The Japanese?
Yeah. What are they like? Was it human trafficking? Was it like... we're sick of our rice. We got to have their rice. You know what I mean?
I don't think
necessarily
that, because if you look at the other countries that Japan wanted to take over, China is one of them. Yeah. And U.S. is another territory they want to take over.
Oh, they'd love to take us over.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got rivers and mountains and stuff.
And obviously Korea too. Korea is right next door to Japan, so it's
but what is it about? What is it? Is it just it's adjacent target? It gives them strategic advantage in that part of the ocean or something? I don't know.
I think the Japan's emperor.
The emperor of Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just hungry for taking over a lot of countries and stuff.
And you still don't trust the Japanese very much, do you? You were raised not to trust them.
I was raised.
I mean, it's a different world now, right?
I was raised to hate Japanese, and I was raised to hate North Korea.
Well, North Korea, we all are on the hate boat, right? Mm-hmm. But Japan, I feel like they kind of made up for their awfulness some time ago, right? Like, I don't know if it was when we nuked them, or if that did it, or if it was just they had a change of heart, or they got good at electronics and they took over the world. I don't know, but it seems like they stopped picking on Korea after
they had
World War II,
yeah.
right?
After the bomb was dropped.
Yeah.
And the emperor still wanted to get their armies and still want to do that little thing.
So when you were in school as a little orphan, do you remember them, like, would they pound this into you? Japan, evil Japan, that kind of thing?
Well, and so in Korea, obviously I went to elementary school over there.
Yeah.
And
do you remember that at all?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Really? Why? Was it like intense?
It was very intense about how they were teaching about the North Korea and Japan. And of the stuff they did to Korea, because Korea is really a peaceful country. Yeah. They always believe in peace. They don't conquer or attack anything. That's why if you look at the old photos and things like that, most people wear white colored type of Korean traditional.
Rainer! Sorry, I'm going to murder all the animals immediately. Rainer, stop it.
If you bark one more time, you'll be my dinner plate.
Yeah, you.
Just kidding.
So wait a minute, so they would teach you Japan, imperialist, awful, blah blah blah. North Korea, obviously a total mess.
Total mess.
And then when you came here, everybody here had pretty much forgiven Japan. We were like, yeah, we had our differences. They bombed Pearl Harbor, and we had the whole Iwo Jima. The war in the Pacific, and when all that was done and said, and everybody signed the peace treaties, we were like, okay, cool. Now you just make Hondas and Sony
and Kawasaki.
That's right. They'll make all that stuff, right? And now we're cool. Everybody's cool. We like Japan. But you came to America having been taught your whole little kid life that they were the devil. So it's hard for you as a grown man now to shake that, right? No. It's not like you'll meet a Japanese guy in the street and go, I don't trust that guy. It's not like that, right?
No, I changed.
So. Rainer, if you dare hump that pillow, I will come over there and cut off the wiener you don't have.
That is so gross.
She's a girl, too.
Oh, my gosh.
I know, it's effed up.
I don't know how a girl can hump. This is so weird.
Well, I think she's just trying to make her bed. Anyway, back to the point. You come here, you see a Japanese guy at the mall, what do you do? And you know the difference, right? You're not like a dumb American where we think everybody Asian's the same. I'm good at it too because I grew up with you guys. I can tell the accent difference. I know the face, all the differences. I get it. So I see a Chinese guy, I know he's Chinese. I see somebody from Taiwan, I know they're Taiwanese. I see a Korean, I absolutely know when they're Korean. Especially because they have that thing where let me ask you about this. Sorry, we're all over the place.
Yes,
but when you guys argue, Koreans, you do this thing where the language, I don't know the language, but you'll go, like that at the end.
No, that's like a Chinese, like.
You'll do a little bit of that though. Like when you and Oknan argue, you'll go, and she'll go, there's always like a big at the end. Why is that? Is it the same as me going, Carter, like that?
Well, yeah.
Take the dog out.
Well, yeah, you can kind of sort of say like that.
Flush the toilet when you're done.
That's obviously a good question.
Yeah, gosh, great question, right? But back to your point, though. Do you still feel that animosity when you're around Japanese people?
No.
I'm not asking you to out yourself as like some kind of Korean racist. I'm just saying.
No.
It doesn't bother you?
No. Okay. No, it doesn't bother me. In fact, for older generation, because, like for example, okay, so my wife, parents, Oknan's parents, okay.
Very traditional Korean.
Very traditional. Yeah. However, when Japanese conquered Korea, they were in it.
Oh, they're that old? Or I guess they're not around anymore.
So Japanese soldiers would literally grab Korean women and,
really?
Use them for whatever.
There was like rape type stuff?
Yes.
Like wartime, I don't like that.
During a conquering.
That's not cool.
No, that's not cool at all. And so Oknan's, her dad told me that her mom, she was like 16 years old.
Oknan's mom?
And her dad was like 19.
Oh, geez.
And they got married like really quick because getting married that early is unheard of.
16 and 19, yeah.
Yeah, no way. And never.
Over here, it's illegal. Things change, it's fine.
But,
I get it.
If you kind of like married kind of thing, then Japanese, army guys, they kind of leave you alone.
If you're married.
But it doesn't mean you're guaranteed you're off the hook.
But if you're like a, I don't know, 18-year-old girl in a village somewhere.
Oh, they'll rep you.
Those soldiers think they have the right, don't they? I mean, they're not the only soldiers. I mean, hell, American soldiers in Vietnam would do this. Like people are terrible. War is terrible, and people act very poorly during all of that. But I guess what I'm saying is, should I get a Hyundai, a Kia, or something Japanese? That's what I'm asking. Should my next car,
guys,
be a Kia electric?
This conversation is going everywhere.
It is all over the place.
Okay. Are we talking about the Kia or Toyota?
I like Kia. I like Kias.
Uh-huh.
I used to think they were crap. Now I think they're good. I used to think Hyundai was crap. Remember in the 80s, it was like $5,000 car, and we were like, that's a hunk of junk.
Do you remember the Yugo car?
Yeah, Yugo was worse.
All plastic car?
Yeah, the Yugo was bad. That's a car company that got ruined by their war. Because they were...
Yugoslavia.
Yeah, the Yugoslavian, that whole thing. They're not Yugoslavia anymore. They're, what are they now? Anyway, that car was a thing, and then the war happened, their conflict happened, and that car stopped. They were already crap, but they were maybe working on toward a future where maybe the Yugo could do something. And it feels like Hyundai did that. Hyundai was trash in the 80s, and they just got better. But so were, like, in the 70s, Honda was trash, and they got better. And now they're the most, between Japan and Korea, they're the most reliable cars on the freaking planet. Except maybe, I know there's some German cars.
Well, so you have a Korean car, you have a Hyundai.
Hyundai, yeah.
And you guys pronounce it as Hyundai.
How do you say it?
Hyundai.
Hyundai.
Yeah.
Is that how they say it over there?
Uh-huh.
Hyundai.
But
How about Kia?
Kia.
Oh, it's just Kia?
Yeah.
Their logo is, the way they changed it is so stupid.
It's okay.
Yeah, I hate it. It looks like it says something else. It's bad.
So they have a Kia,
Anyway.
and then they have a Hyundai, and then they have a Daewoo.
Daewoo?
Daewoo.
Daewoo. I remember Daewoo for a minute, just for a hot minute in the 80s, 90s, and then that went away.
Yeah, but they
there?
still make the vehicle stuff.
They're still big there?
So Daewoo is a part of GM, not part of GM, but they had a joint venture.
Okay.
And then
Did GM buy them? Because they bought Mazda from Japan.
Well, they didn't.
Ford,
so they didn't
Ford owns
really.
Mazda.
Yeah, so they didn't really buy them, but they interchanged the parts. If you look at Mazda, like old Mazda, like B2000.
Yeah.
Like the same thing as the Ford Ranger.
Right. Yeah,
Same body, and it just...
They did that for a while.
Yeah, they did that for a while.
And wasn't the Ford Probe, they didn't have an equivalent on the Mazda side, but all the guts were Mazda guts.
But MX-6.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
same
MX-6
body and
is
stuff? Or same
it's the
frame?
same engine.
An engine?
Same engine, everything, and they have turbo and stuff. But we're talking about older cars.
Yeah.
I don't think the audience know older cars and stuff.
Some people do.
But
there's some old farts in my community.
But I'm really impressed with the Korean vehicles because, especially with electric car, EV.
Like the Ionic.
They are making more. They're pumping out more vehicles right now than any other countries.
Yeah, that's crazy because they went from. Well, the news right now is that Tesla sales are way down.
Way down.
But everyone else's are way up.
Yeah.
And what that tells me is that that's good. That's competition. It means there's more choice. Also, less expensive choice. Also, these companies are a little less up their own butts. Or at the very least, they have big traditional infrastructure, right? So like Ford EVs are interesting to me because it's Ford. They're big. They've been making cars forever. They can keep making these. They can make EVs. Like, it's a good transition. I think Tesla is a little bit like having...
BMW and Mercedes.
Well, kind of, and hopefully they can stay as a luxury brand. I think that'd be good for Tesla. But I'm just thinking in technology terms.
Yeah.
Before the iPod, there were about 10 people or 10 companies that were trying to be the music player of choice. And the iPod came and just destroyed them.
Yeah.
And I worry a little bit that Tesla's like the early thing, but then the big companies come and go, okay, cool, scoot over, and then they just take it. And Tesla becomes early adopter, lost in the wake of the successful bigger companies with more weight, more pull, more whatever.
Well, I think that Tesla has pretty good potential. I mean, they got a lot of good body style, good...
Except that truck, dude.
Cybertruck.
The cars are cool.
It's like a...
Ken's Model X is really cool.
Yeah.
Model 3s are cool. I like their cars. I think they're great. That truck is ugly. From what I can tell, not built well for being a truck. And the third thing I notice about it is, the thing I saw today, somebody was showing that there's lag on the wheel because it's not connected to the drivetrain. It's electric, meaning the control of the tires is electric. There's no physical bar in there. Yeah. So when you turn really fast, you turn, then the wheel turns. Like it has lag like a controller on your TV almost. And that doesn't seem great to me. No. But the Model 10 wasn't doing, or the Model X isn't doing that. So all I'm saying is, this is not me saying Tesla sucks. I think that Cybertruck's a nightmare. And so do most Tesla owners, by the way. They're all like, I ain't buying that.
Well, the problem with Tesla is I think that their design, everything is good. They got the right goals, right body style, and performance-wise, and all that stuff is good other than Cybertruck.
Yeah.
That's a poop
Let's pretend that thing doesn't exist for now.
Okay. Yeah. But the problem with it is Elon Musk.
Oh, Elon Musk, he's the problem? I mean, I can't stand him, but he's not there every day. He's just sort of...
He's a temperamental, and if he doesn't like you, he would fire his employees. So there goes his designer. Well,
he's definitely a pud. He has shown himself to be a pud since he bought Twitter and says really stupid stuff on there. That aside, though, I'm always a little slow to judge a company he either invests in or owns because, in Tesla he didn't invent. Everyone thinks he did. He bought it. It was somebody else built Tesla, and he bought it, took it further. He had the money and the investment to do it, so he did. Same thing is true of SpaceX. He bought that. And you could argue he took it in better places. I don't know. I don't know what the arguments are, but that's how he does things. He comes in, he buys a thing, and Tesla for a while there was just top of the heap. And right now they are sucking on the sales front because I think it was just again, I don't think this is even a Tesla problem. It's just that more and more cars, more and more affordable from more and more brands, good for consumers, not great for who used to be the only place making electrics.
I think that's why the Korean cars are doing better because they're not that expensive.
They're not too bad,
and their range is getting better. And people like the style and looks and everything about it.
Yeah, and you have no bias because you're Korean, you're fine. It's not because you are Korean that you like the Korean cars, right? But Matt has some he's an American, by the way, he's a naturalized American. But technically, don't you have dual citizenship or no? How does it work?
So as I became a citizen of here, then the Korean citizenship got terminated.
So that's gone.
It's gone.
How do you keep both? There's a way to keep both.
But
maybe you have to be over 18 or something. I don't know how.
But the good news is, in year 2009, the president of Korea decided to.
Is that what he's called, president?
I don't know.
I feel like a
2009.
dummy.
I don't know what his name.
Well, what is he now? No, I don't mean his name. Do they call him a president though? Is that the title?
What the president of whatever his name is.
No, I know that. I'm not saying whoever it was. I'm saying, do they call them presidents, or do they call them emperor, or they call them
president?
It's just president.
Yes.
Okay.
Just like America. We love you a long time. Okay.
That's Vietnam. Anyway, keep going.
Oh, Yankee, my Yankee?
Yankee or hanky?
Oh, Yankee.
Have you've seen
16 Candles.
Oh. You're talking about that guy?
Okay, so back to the to the dual citizenship. Yeah. So 2009, the Korean president allowed anybody who was born in Korea but got adopted to the overseas, and if they want the dual citizenship,
they give it to them.
They would give it to them.
So how come you don't have it?
I just now found out.
Oh, you just now found out that was a thing? Can you get it now?
Yeah, so if I want to, I was going to do it, apply it.
Yeah. Well, you're going there in a month or something.
Yeah, but I have to apply and send it through San Francisco. Oh. So while applying it, and if I leave the country, that's no.
Why San Francisco?
Because that's where the Korean embassy is.
Oh, that's where this consulate is and all that? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
interesting. So do you have to go there? You have to be in San Francisco to do this?
No. I can stay here. I can apply everything online. Yeah. But you have to stay in U.S. because it takes 6 to 12 months to process it.
So you go to Korea, come back.
If I went to Korea,
got it.
That's forbidden.
So Matt goes to Korea back in 1988 or whatever and gets punched by a drunk guy who notices that your accent is a little Americanized because you'd been adopted for some years. Did that surprise you that guy decked you or whatever? Do you remember that?
Yeah, 100%.
Was it surprising? Like culturally, they don't like it when people leave and then come back, do they?
Yeah, if there's not all of them, but few people are still
probably better now.
Prejudice,
right? Yeah, probably better.
And so they have a little bit of an angry issue thing.
Feels like since the Olympics though, just gotten better and better, right?
Oh my gosh!
Do they even have orphans anymore? Do you guys have? This is a dumb question. I don't actually know.
Okay, so long time ago, because of the prejudice and you don't have the same bloodline, so adopting within domestic adoption was impossible.
They just wouldn't do it.
They won't do it
because
if you're a girl,
it's even worse, right? Girls
even for girls, worse. But for boy, they will not even let go because boys they can use it for army or whatever.
Right, you can be.
But
you're
girls
useful
is
to
easy to get adopted overseas.
Yeah.
So having saying that.
Wait, when you were there though, I remember or when we got you, I was only 8 or something, 7 or 8. You were 9 when you got here, or something like that. No, you were. 12. I'm sorry, you were 10 or 12. 10 to 12. I was 8 or 9 or something, right?
No, I got here.
How old were you?
I got here the year 78, December.
Then I would have been 8 or 9, probably 9. So December, I would have been 9.
Okay, so I must be you were 9, so I was 11. 9.
So you were 11. So if I'm 9 and you were 11, let's do the math here.
Because we were 2 years.
We don't know this though for sure, because you don't have accurate birth records. Matt could be 85 for all I know.
Oh,
but he has the body of a he has the body of a 15-year-old. Or you could be a lot younger than me. I don't know. That bald thing, that's not,
Are you jealous?
Dylan's bald. Of your baldness?
No. Are you jealous that
you might be younger?
That I have a fake name and fake age and
that you can fake it?
I could be 85 or I could be 26.
You know what? A little bit. Yeah, I am a little jealous of that. That would be cool. I'd like to be nebulous. I'd like to be, like during dating years, girls are like, oh, how old are you? And if I look at her and I think, well, she doesn't like older guys. I'm your age.
Yeah.
Prove it. I can't. I don't have the paperwork. Right? That's you.
That's me.
I mean, you've been married as long as me now, or longer. Did you guys get married in 91?
91.
Jeez. So that's
91 in Korea.
Married in Korea?
Yeah, 91 in Korea. And then to bring her over, I couldn't do marriage visa because it would take 1 year.
Yeah, you have to wait.
If I bring her as a fiancé visa, only 3 months.
What if you brought her as just like a slave lady?
Ooh, that'd be a good one. Damn, why can't I think of that?
Whatever, dude. She'd kick your butt. She would grab my yin-yang and twist it and feed it to the dog. Yeah, that dog, before you eat that dog, he'd be eating you. Here's the thing though, so back to the point though, when you were in the orphanage, if we hadn't have gotten you, we were told that you would become a honey bucket person.
No.
That's what we were told. I'm not saying that's true. I'm saying that all the orphan boys, we were told if you were a boy in Korea and you were never adopted and you left the orphanage at whatever age they kick you out, you would spend the rest of your life with 2 buckets on your shoulder for people to poo in publicly. That's what I was told.
But you know what? I was doing that anyways because that was part of my chore.
You had to do that?
Yeah, honey bucket.
How?
Okay.
You walking around and say, oh, you need to poo? Here, take this bucket?
No, because the people go, just, hole right there.
Yeah.
Everybody.
You had to clean it.
Yeah, I have to clean. I have to get a poop, dish it out, put it in a bucket.
From 0 to 11 years old, you had to do that?
Yeah, because I was the youngest kid.
That sucks.
Because you know how age is?
They all thought you should have to do it.
Well, so age, the older you are, you get to be more bossier. I was the youngest kid over there. I got picked on for everything.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You remember that too? You remember being picked on?
I remember all of that.
That sucks. Do you remember when you ran away?
If you need your poop cleaned out or
Matt's all ready
scoop out or whatever, don't call me.
Oh no. Yeah, go find your own orphan. All right. So wait a minute. When you came, do you remember running away?
Okay, you gotta. So.
All right, stay on the topic for a second. But then when you're done, I want to talk about you running away when you came here. Do you remember that though?
The whole purpose. If you didn't get me adopted, okay?
Yeah, I didn't do it, but yeah, if mom and dad hadn't done that, I was not.
If they didn't, then I would have been automatically kicked out of the orphanage, so I'd be thrown into the street.
Which is where you'd have to be a honey bucket guy to make it to live.
Yeah, well, first I had to find a
Could you join? Do they have like a yakuza in Korea, like underground? You know, you get a tattoo and now you're part of the mobster elite or whatever. You could do that.
But I don't think I would be in that kind of group.
But is there organized crime in Korea?
Maybe.
Do you know if there is?
I don't know.
That's cool.
That is cool.
I like yakuza stuff. That's Japan though, and you don't like them right now.
God.
All right, so wait a minute. All right, so that makes sense. They would have kicked you out, but they could conscript you into an army if that was needed. So you could be up on the DMZ guarding the south from the north or whatever.
Yeah.
Or what other options did you have? Because society was kind of mean to orphans.
Well,
like culturally, you guys were not cool with orphans.
No, because if we were to go to like each individual people's home, they would look us down because I look like a scum bucket.
Yeah, because you've been doing actual scum buckets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cleaning out holes of poo.
And go, you stink, you smell, go away.
Just
I don't
that.
have a job for you. Yeah.
But they don't know about if you have a family or any of that.
Yeah,
they just assume you're low class.
I'm a low class, lower than Noe.
Just because it's not your fault. You're born. Your mom did whatever, gave you up, probably for good reasons, poverty, something. Put you in we never found that out. We don't know all that, right?
No.
But you and Misha did 23andMe or whatever to see if you two were siblings, because we always assumed you guys
But she told me it wasn't.
Yeah, she found out you weren't. And that made me a little sad, just because we always had this fun story that we thought you two were related before we got you. But it's not true. But anyway, the point is like, what was my point? I had a point.
1-800
We never got around to the dog eating. That was the original question.
Dog eating thing.
So when you were young,
I had it twice.
I've eaten it once. So you've only had it one more time than me?
Yeah.
I had it in China. They were dog tongue. It was bad.
I had the whole dog thing.
You ate the whole dog?
Well, it was too big.
In China, they said black dogs, you will see everywhere. They're fine. Brown dogs, you eat. And so when you're out on the streets in southern China, you'll never see a stray brown dog because everyone's eating brown dogs. Or no, it was the other way around. It might be the other way around. Black dogs are the ones you wanted to eat. I don't know why. It's weird. It's just fur. You got to skin it anyway.
Well, actually, different types of breed have a different taste.
Different flavors and stuff. Just like we do with cattle and stuff.
And it all depends on how you kill the dog.
Yeah.
It makes the meat taste much, much different.
Is it still culturally cool to eat dogs over there?
No. As of last year, Korean government...
I didn't know that.
What's his name right now, the current one?
Babadook Simbali. I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know who the current guy is. The current president. Or is it a lady? It could be a lady.
No, it's a guy. He's cool. I like him.
Because you had one guy that got busted and thrown in prison.
Yeah, it was a lady one.
Was it a lady one?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I hope we do that over here with you-know-who. Anyway, continue on.
Okay, so as of last year, the Korean president passed a law that the restaurants cannot serve dog meat anymore. It's forbidden.
Okay, and that means street vendors, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, everybody cannot serve meat anymore.
Because you used to send pictures home when you'd go back, and it would be pictures of dog heads and stuff hanging in, like, like you'd see pigs in a...
4 legs.
Oh, man.
It's all red meat.
I mean, it seems weird to us because the way we think of dogs, but what changed over there? Is it pressure from the rest of the world, or was it you guys decide internally, we got to quit eating these dogs?
I think it's just combination of everything because the other countries knows that Korea, eat dogs and stuff, so they don't want the bad image of Korea to escape. Yeah. So ever since the president passed a law saying no more eating dog, now people been adopting pets and stuff. And so now there's a ton of pets, just like here.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's overrun with pets.
But did you know that let's say your Boomer, your dog.
Yeah, over there.
Okay.
She's probably not a very good eating.
He's dead.
A lot of fat.
She's dead, okay?
Okay, she's dead.
Okay. So, but you want to keep her memory going alive, okay?
So you eat her?
No.
Oh.
Okay. You don't eat her.
I thought you were going to say the culture thinks if you eat the dog, the memories stay with you or something.
If you want, I guess you could.
Well, what would those memories be? Ooh, a bird. Ooh, I'm hungry. Ooh, a bird. Like, that's all they do.
So Boomer, okay, so when she dies, okay?
Yeah.
Before the 5th days, you
They
get
die
the
and let
tissue.
them stay for 5 days? Lay there for 5 days?
You grab the tissue sample
Yeah.
and you send it to Korea,
Yeah.
and they can duplicate the boomer dog. Same.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Cloning dog.
They're doing clones over there?
Yeah.
In Korea, they're cloning dogs?
Yes. And it costs $100,000.
Well, everyone's eating good over in Korea now. $100,000 to clone your dog.
Yeah.
But do you have contacts that we could do this if Rainer kicked it?
They do it in Seoul.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We don't do that here.
But it's forbidden here.
Forbidden.
Forbidden.
All right. So
what I'm saying is when you clone a dog,
Yeah.
it doesn't come as like the original size like you think of. It comes as like a puppy.
It's like a miniature puppy.
It's the same thing.
They grow from a small fetus to a full.
Yeah.
I get it.
But only thing that's going to change is personality.
Yeah, they may not be the same, right? You can't pick that.
Personality
The
is
brains
different.
develop differently. Yeah. Well, that's crazy. I didn't know that, number one. Number two, I thought you were eating dog left and right when you were over there. But you've only had it twice.
Well, they had to because remember during the war and stuff, the whole country was flattened.
Yeah.
There's nothing to eat.
So you eat the dogs.
Yeah, so they eat dog, they eat rat, they eat whatever.
Do you eat each other like grandma dies? Like
I
cannibalism?
never thought about that one.
Do you think that ever happened?
Would it be good? Eating,
I don't think so.
it's like a beef jerky, right? Oh, shred it.
Well, it depends on how you prepare it, right? Oh, also, Matt introduced us.
gross.
Then when we were growing up, I couldn't stand kimchi. Matt would have it all the time, and I hated it. But now I crave it all day. I always want kimchi.
You got to tell
What do you think
story
that's about?
what we did to mom.
To
the
mom?
kimchi jar.
What'd you do with Mom with the kimchi jar? I don't know that story.
We almost finished it.
kimchi.
We left it like maybe 2-3 pieces of kimchi.
Just chunks
inside
of
the
cabbage
jar.
in there.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
And we kind of opened it.
I don't remember this.
Opened the lid. Okay.
When was this?
I don't know.
When we were kids? Teenagers?
yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Okay.
Matt was a prankster when we were kids.
And we put the kimchi jar just beneath their headboard.
Are you kidding? This is back when Dad was still around?
Yeah.
So this had been like 80s?
Yeah.
So wait a minute. When you say we, do you mean you?
No, you
I didn't
knew,
do it.
You knew it.
I don't
You knew
remember
it too.
doing this.
You know it. Hey guys.
I may have known it, but I don't remember it.
He's pretending like he's innocent.
I really don't remember this. Okay, I'll tell you 2 pranks I do remember that you did. I came home from school one day. This was the worst, dude. So I had this, I've told this story somewhere, but I'll say it here. I had this styrofoam head, like a beauty head that you put a wig on. Mom had those for her wigs. And I took clay, bought a bunch of clay, oil-based clay, and put all this stuff on it because I saw something where they found an old skull of an ancient human and made it, here's what he would have looked like in real life, and made a clay face on it. And I thought, I can do that, but I'll do it on one of her stupid things. So I did that and made this freaky face on this thing. And then I forgot about it, or I just let it sit in the corner or whatever. Come home from school one day, open my door, and this big clay, ugly, scary head comes dropping down on fishing wire right in front of me and goes shloing, and I go, bah! And I hear Matt in the corner somewhere. I don't know where you were, but I hear you going, keet, like a freaking, who was the cartoon dog that did that? Anyway, you were laughing like that cartoon dog.
So my technique was every time you open the door,
It would drop down.
The creature you made, it would drop right on your
and if
face.
I shut the door, it would go back up.
And guess what, guys? He screamed like a girl.
I love how you look at that while you talk. It's down. It's on you. I did scream like a girl, but that's what I do. But here's the other thing he did. One time he was always with electronics crap. And because our basement rooms were not finished, Dad never finished those rooms. That's why it was easy to put that rope over the thing. So it's kind of Dad's fault. But Matt would wire. He did something with my speaker wires on my stereo.
Oh.
And he would hide under the bed with those 2 wires. And I'd just be doing homework or sitting there or whatever, and he would touch them. And I'd hear the radio go, and I'd let go, and take off again. And I'm like, it's haunted. What's going on in here? But then I hear that in the corner again, and I figured out it was you. So he was always pulling that crap. I'm telling you, though, I honestly do not remember the kimchi under the bed.
It is so much fun, though.
I don't remember that. Did Mom freak out? What happened?
She freaked out, and she's so mad. She is mad. She's mad at me for a whole 3 weeks.
How mad? Like
extreme.
Yelling at you, mad?
Yelling at me.
I don't remember this.
Where the heck is this kimchi smells coming from? Did you eat kimchi? And I said, no, I didn't eat kimchi. What? let me smell your breath.
And you guys don't understand. She's the whitest woman on the planet. And Matt has got this like cultural difference in our house that is so stark from my mom's upbringing that her finding a jar of half-eaten kimchi under the thing is very funny. But I should remember this.
But by the time she discovered it, that kimchi is like fermented bad.
Worse.
And it's little hairy things growing.
I didn't even think it could do that. I thought it just fermented.
It can.
Can it?
And if you let it sit there for a long time, it can turn into alcohol.
So when you guys make it traditional, back in either the homeland or here, you still do the berry thing?
No, we don't do that here.
You don't bury it here?
No, because we're too lazy.
It takes a long time, right? Like 30 days or something?
Yeah.
But over there, it's still an art where they do that, and then traditional kimchi stays in ground, rots in there.
No.
Not rots, ferments.
Well, it doesn't really ferment.
What does it do?
So basically, you have a clay thing.
Yeah, clay pot.
You put a kimchi in there.
Yeah.
And so it acts like a refrigerator.
Oh.
That's the whole reason.
The earth keeps it cool.
Keeps it cool. And so they call it Kimjang kimchi.
Kimdang?
Kimjang kimchi.
Kim Jong kimchi? That's the president of North Korea. Just kidding. You love that guy, don't you? Big fan.
Oh, yeah, I love his haircut.
I got one other question for you. Whenever they show video up in the north, and he'll walk in his big giant suit, just kind of waddling into a place, and the way that they act is so silly to me because they're trying to show nothing but praise to him all the time, like he's some kind of super being. But the way they do it is laughable, and the videos I always see is people going like that and fake crying and all that. Don't they see that? Doesn't Kim Jong Un see that and go, "What a load"? You know what I mean?
But he likes it though. But they don't clap though. Guess what?
They're dead.
They're dead.
Oh, that's not a good deal at all.
Did you know that Kim Jong Un has 13, 21 years old girls?
Yeah, he has a harem, basically. You don't mean his own kids, do you? You mean like he has women?
He has like a Monday girl, Tuesday girl, Wednesday, Thursday, and then when that first cycle's done, the second cycle, different.
Yeah, well,
plus his wife too.
It's good to be the king, I guess.
Yeah. Dang.
Wait, he has an actual wife?
He has actual wife.
I've never known that.
I don't know how strong.
I thought his dad was nuts, but I'm thinking he might be just as nuts, or maybe a little more.
His sister's more nuttier.
She's pretty nutty. She's the one that just sent. Did you hear about the balloons? The poo balloons.
Actually, 86 poo balloons sent it over to North Korea, and as it crosses over, it
86 poo balloons.
It just pops and all the poops.
Yeah, poop and trash everywhere, and they're like, "Take that, democracy!" Whatever they say, they just sound so silly when they say things. But I'm glad you were in the South and not in the North. Do you know any North Koreans here that got out? Because you guys all talk. I mean, the locals. There's a lot of connected stuff and events and things.
There's some, like few times in the church where escaped North Koreans
really
come over and they talk about
man,
stuff.
Like how they escaped. And
It's very sad.
It is sad, but also kind of cool though that they got out.
They got cool, but
do they worry that they're on a list and they're always hunted and that kind of thing? Like, or once you get out, you're good.
But once they, so the ones that get talked here, if they have family over there though in North Korea.
Oh, they have to be careful.
Yeah,
because the family will get killed.
Because they get catched,
and
then they're gonna send to a Camp 14.
What's Camp 14?
It's a labor camp.
Slave labor camp.
For life.
Probably terrible.
For life.
Really?
Yeah.
What do they do there?
Well,
chipping rocks and
digging dirts and stuff. And if you see a mice crawling around, guess what? You grab it and eat it.
And you eat it because that's your food. That's going to be
your food.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
I take things for granted sometimes. I don't think about that stuff very often, but when I do, it's like, man, what a bummer. What a bummer. But you were born in the South, nice and safe. Do you ever worry they're just going to lob a nuke over the top of that thing and just end it all?
If they do, then the U.S. will nuke them back. So.
Oh, we'd tear them anew. They'd be done. That'd be the end of it. Him and his 50 wives. Doesn't matter what cycle he's on. They're all gone.
Yeah, he's really weird.
He is very weird.
I don't get it, though, because he was educated in London University.
Yeah.
He knows about America. He knows everything.
It's like those guys that helped the Taliban. They were, not the Taliban, well, maybe they're part of the Taliban, but those guys that helped 9/11 along, there were some of them that were educated here. They went to Ivy League schools. And
no,
he didn't. Not Hussein, but I can't think of who it was. And then some of their kids, a lot of times their kids come over here and get educated. It's very weird.
Yeah, so I don't get it why they want to change it.
I don't know why you'd let them in. Like if Kim Jong-un's kid is in college at Cambridge, who's saying that's cool? Yeah. Maybe they hope to change the mind of the kid. You get him here, get him some Western values, and then he goes back and says, double taps dad, pew pew, and then tells his 50 wives to get out of there, and then, hey y'all.
Hey, that's a good way to die, 50 wives.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to go.
Damn, man, that'd be nice.
Would it? Don't tell Oden on that.
Maybe not.
All right, so we don't eat a lot of meat. Oh, okay. We got to talk about when you ran away, and then we'll finish this up. When Matt was here in America for maybe a year even, maybe under a year, at one point you had it, and you were going to hike back to Korea somehow. And you told me, you had very broken English then, but you basically told me that you were leaving. And you grabbed a bag, I think it was like not even a bag, it was like a pillowcase, and you filled it full of crap that you thought you would need to survive. And then you just went walking up the road.
I did that one time.
You did that, yeah. And I got in a car with mom. So mom and dad find out, and they make me go with them because for some reason, I'm the only one that seemed to understand what you were saying. Nobody else did. And I still do this, by the way. You take me to a very authentic Korean, or actually any Asian restaurant, and everyone with me is like, what did they say? Wait, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear it. Like, they're all doing that except me. I know exactly what they're saying. And I don't know, I think it's because I grew up with you. But I just know what's being said. And so they wanted me to be like the translator kind of, because mom and dad were like, they didn't understand you very well for a while. So I remember being in that car, in that van, pulling out on the road. You had walked a long way already. And they let me out, and I walked along with you and eventually talked you into coming home. Do you remember that?
Well, the reason is that...
Not enough Doritos in the house, or what? What was the deal?
Well, so...
Matt was a big fan of the Doritos.
So I guess when mom did the adoption thing and she got the final approval, so the guy, the decision maker, says, boom, stamped his passport or whatever, the visa thingy.
Yeah.
From then on, everything was happening so fast.
Yeah.
And so I had to leave the Korea like right away. I didn't even get to say goodbye to friends or anybody.
That's true. They pulled you out fast.
I pulled out fast, and then put me in a Korean family for 2 weeks.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was straight to the airport.
No, to live with the family, so I would know how to live with the family.
And then they sent you to the airport. Then you come and you see us in a motorhome.
Yeah, well...
And you're like, what the frick is this?
Yeah, what the frick is this? Because I've never seen American people in my life.
Right, and the house is on wheels. You're thinking, oh, this is where I'm going to live.
Yeah, and there's weird people, big and tall, pointy eyes and whatever, and picking up in a...
Pointy eyes? You mean like, what do you mean?
Pointy nose.
Oh, pointy nose, I was going to say.
That's interesting, pointy
Yeah,
eyes.
pointy eyes. I don't know what that is. But yeah, I remember you talking about, you thought mom was just like a alien. It's like, who is this tall, weird woman?
She's alien. She was just slowly walking and crying, and then it's ended up putting her 2 arms out and go.
She wanted to hug
I look around in the airport, was she? No.
Thought she was looking for somebody else?
Yeah, maybe.
I remember you being you were pretty freaked out, but you were also very, like, it seemed like your instincts were very like, I'm gonna survive. You're like a feral kid. You were gonna, if it needed to, you'd run off and hide underneath a bench and live there for 6 months until you found a better option. Like, you didn't seem like you needed help. You would make it. You would figure it out, and that's why mom and dad got so freaked out when you tried to run away that day, because they thought, well, he could do it. He could make it. Like, this isn't some kid who's going to start crying and go, I want to go home. He's going to keep going until we say something. And I felt that too, so that's why we did that. I don't remember what we talked about that you finally decided to come back. I don't remember.
Well, so the reason I started running away from home, because everything's happening so fast, and I get bullied at school.
Yeah.
Like all morning, all evening, everything, every single day for 6 months, to a year, to whatever, to elementary, to middle school, and all that. And
remember that fight in was it junior high or high? I don't remember. Was there a Brighton yet? I think it was junior high still. But we got off that bus, or no, we got on the bus. And you guys have got to understand this. I've talked about this before on other shows, but Matt and my sisters, the CHINK word, chink, was in our household was sometimes said, but always as a term of endearment. It was always a kind thing. It was dad joking around, or it never felt mean. It always felt, round them up, get them in the car, like ha ha ha. It's because we were unique and different, and everybody loved each other. But we get on that bus that day, and some kid calls you that, and I remember you lean over to me and he goes, "That's not the way Dad says it. That's not the nice way." I mean, these days I don't even know how we did it at all, but back then it felt, whatever. And I remember going, well, it's because he's being a jerk or something. And he kept picking on you and picking on you and picking on you. And we got out of the bus and he wouldn't stop, and a circle formed around you guys, myself included, and you wouldn't fight back because you were afraid Mom and Dad were going to be really mad at you if you fought. And I think I said, no, they won't. They will be proud of you for defending yourself, for standing up for yourself. And I'm your noodle brother who has no arm strength of any kind. I'm not going to help because I don't know what I'm doing. And so Matt finally lets loose, and you still knew a little Taekwondo or something, and just ripped this kid a new one. And you were all worried that he got blood on your jacket. You remember that?
Yeah.
And you were all worried that Dad was going to be mad about your jacket. And I'm like, I promise you, Dad is not going to be pissed about any of this. And after that, though, I feel like people stopped picking on you, and you became kind of a favorite, weirdo.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of, he's weird in his personality, not that he's Korean. So quit being like you're different to, oh, your brother's crazy. I love him. He's so great. Yeah, totally. We're going to this party, and I hope your brother shows up because he's funny. Like people, that's when it changed. Did you feel like that? Like it changed after that?
In a lot of ways, I think it changed.
You may have broke that kid's nose. I mean, you kicked his butt.
Well, I did break his nose.
Oh, it was broke? I didn't know.
And several teeth.
Teeth? Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was rooting for you, though. I was over there going, yeah!
I think it was either 3 or 4, because I remember the top part came off.
The violence.
He was bleeding.
Really? Yeah, I remember that, because he bled on your jacket, and you were all worried about your jacket. And we walked from there.
He got nuked.
He did get nuked.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just say, I think he deserved it. He was being a total jackass.
So reason I ran away.
Yeah.
Okay, because it was too hard on me.
What do you mean?
Because the family thing,
yeah.
the school thing, the new country thing.
Just all at once, like here, change to be this.
And then I was going through identity crisis as well.
Yeah.
And I'm like a Korean, and like nothing here.
No one else looked like it, and I get it.
Nothing fits in.
Yeah, I mean, you had your 2 sisters, but it's not the same.
And then I was going through the beginning of the teenager too.
Yeah. You were hitting. Yeah, you were 12. It's the worst time.
Yeah.
Because puberty happens. Everything sucks with puberty. So yeah, I didn't appreciate it at the time, but I remember. But you still were pretty. You kept a really funny attitude about it, like. Matt would chase us around the house with like chewed up food in a bag. And I would always trip or stub my toe or do something stupid because I was a big lanky idiot.
The story.
Okay, you can tell it.
Okay.
Which one?
So.
I'm scared.
No.
What is it?
Hold on. Okay. So whenever our mom and dad, like a Friday night is their date night.
Date night or something, yeah. Yeah.
And so, and who's in charge for babysitting what? Because just...
Usually Misha. She was the responsible one.
It was us, okay.
But we were all kind of in charge. Like the older ones were in charge.
So which story you want to hear? The one in the hot dog one chewed up, or you want to hear the ice cream one?
Oh, I don't remember the ice cream one. What happened with ice cream? Tell me that story. I don't remember that.
I'm going to do
you like the hot dog better?
The chewed up one.
Okay. He liked to chew things up and chase me with it. I know that. But this is a specific story.
So what I did is I put the food in my mouth, I just chew them up.
Yeah.
And then make it nice and chewy and slimy.
Oh, gosh, dude.
Runny. And then I would just put it in a plastic bag.
Like a see-through sandwich bag.
Mm-hmm. And it looked disgusting.
It's basically vomit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I would literally grab the bag, with the chewed up food.
You make a nice little tight corner with it, right? Take all the air out, and you have a little corner stuffed with chewed up hot dog. Yeah.
And then I would chase Scott all over the house.
Yeah, until I would wipe out. And I always did because I was like 6'1" and I weighed about 14 pounds. And I would wrap myself around stuff.
Yeah.
Or if I hit the ground, I would immediately go, okay.
And I said to him, do you want to eat this? Do you want to eat this?
Yeah.
And Scott was like, no, please, no.
Yeah, imagine like a 6'1" to 6'3" kid, skinny, stupid, bony white kid on the ground with his little monkey-looking brother straddling him with a bag full of chewed up hot dog in my face.
Yeah.
That was something.
It was great.
I do remember that. I guess it would have. I always thought it was pizza, and it was a hot dog.
Well,
Maybe you did pizza.
It wasn't just one time. I did it many times. So yes, there was a hot dog one. There was a pizza one.
I still think my ankle is bad for the time I hit my ankle.
And I think in Meatloaf, I did the same thing.
Yeah, the girls too. By the way, it wasn't just me chased. Yeah. All the sisters freaking out and screaming. Except Misha was usually pretty chill, but Wendy squealing.
Well, you're fun, Scott. You're a fun victim.
I am a fun victim, right? That's what I always tell people. They don't believe
He's so tall, and yet when I grab him, he just falls like a big giant.
Like a floppy, like an old turd.
What is that? The giant green can thingy?
Can thingy?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like the snakes that pop out?
No, the can. The giant man. The
giant man. Oh, Jolly Green Giant.
Yeah, whatever.
Like the ho green giant, that guy?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh my gosh.
Like him.
Yeah, but he's buff. He's ripped.
Yeah, but you're not buff.
No, I know. That's my point.
You're as skinny as
I'm a little teeny twig.
Yeah, twig.
I'm still kind of that way.
And all I have to do is just grab his foot and he'd just fall like a telephone pole.
Yeah. And I would now. If we wrestled now, I would do okay while we stood because I was tall and I had leverage. The minute I hit the ground, I'm done.
Yeah.
And I would freak out and go, okay. I was like totally like white flag surrender every time Matt would get me on the ground. And I could do leg wrestling really well because my legs were long and I had more leverage. Anything that my height advantaged me, I'd do it. But Matt always found a way.
I can escape.
He can escape because he still can do this. He's in shape still.
Because
Look
you were saying I'm a monkey? Yep.
You were like a little monkey. Yeah, like a little ape. Well, Matt, that's been some fun reminiscing. Is there anything you'd like to say to these people before we end this episode of the diary?
Bangu spinach.
Bangu spinachy. All right. I think we leave them with that.
And buracha?
I promise you this. People are going to hear this, and they're going to say, when is he coming back? Because they're going to want to hear more of this. I promise you that. I know this is going to happen. I'm already preparing my DMs.
Yeah, but we were going everywhere, though.
What?
We were going everywhere today.
Yeah, but we can be more specific. But people like all over. They don't care.
Yeah.
Plus, let me ask you something. Would it surprise you? I've not been diagnosed. But would it surprise you if tomorrow I came to you and said, Matt, turns out my whole life I've had ADD, attention deficit disorder? You'd probably go, oh, of course you did. Right? I've always been like this, scattered all over the place. I'm pretty sure if I went and got checked, that's what they'd tell me. And it wouldn't even bother me. And I'd probably get distracted and do something else anyway.
Yeah, why check it? You already know.
Yeah, I already know. It's fine.
Yeah,
I know right here that I can't stay on target. Why do you think my grades were so bad? All right. Anyway, Matt, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and we'll do it again sometime soon. Sound good?
Bangu spinach.
Stay out of the north.
Why?
And the Japanese are fine now.
Are they fine?
Yeah, and that dog's fine. Don't eat it.
Oh, shoot. I can't eat that.
I know it's tempting.
Guys, land America, no opportunity.
Land of no opportunity. There's no opportunity for to eat that big brown dog tonight, all right?
I want to, though. It looks
America.
pretty good.
That's right. Never forget.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.